What made you and your wife decide to adopt?
You know, I joke about adoption. It's like, it's why you have kids. It's like, well, it seemed like a really good idea at the time. And Tracy fell in love with Haiti. She had to get down there after the earthquake. She's been down, I think, 25 or 26 times now.
Wow.
And it was getting ready to go down. She was volunteering at a nonprofit that serves Haiti. They had all these Christmas ornaments.
She was telling me that there's one associated with the adoption that's still there.
Yeah. And so Aiden saw it, and he said they were volunteering, getting things loaded up for the team to go down to Haiti. And he goes, "Who's that?" And he goes, "Oh, that's Jean Paul. Tell me about Jean Paul." "Oh, you'd love him. He smiles all the time, and he's a great athlete, and he's very smart, and he's very fun and happy." And he goes, "We're getting Christmas for him." So, okay. And so Tracy was getting Christmas, and we got Christmas for Eveline too, because we found out he had a sister, and we're like, "Oh yeah, we'll get her Christmas too." And then,
and what does that mean? Just like
we just buy them. We take their Christmas. We go out and we shop for their Christmas presents, and they have a list on the back of the ornament if we can find it. There's a list of what they wanted, and then they take it down on one of the trips, and they give the Christmas to the kids, and it's really a beautiful thing in the orphanage. So before Tracy went down, Aiden did a video for Jean Paul, so she had to find him. And when she found him, it was one of those things where he just was with her all the time, and Eveline was on one side, and Jean Paul was on the other, and a relationship started, and it became where if Tracy was leaving, Jean Paul's heart would go up to about 200. Just he was just, he loved her so much. And then I had this vivid dream before I went down the first time, where Eveline and I are just going to have this great relationship. I just saw her in a dream, and Eveline wasn't one to engage really. She was kind of removed, and she just sort of didn't really. Teams would go down, all the kids would run out, and they'd jump into somebody's arms, and she would kind of do her own thing. And so when I went down the first time, I stepped out of the truck inside the gates of the orphanage, and Eveline came right up to me, and she put her arms around me. And everybody was like, "Whoa, what is that?" And she was in my arms the whole time I was down there. I was holding her, she'd sit in my lap, or she was always with me. And I realized I was being given information that this is going to be something special in your life, and probably sooner than you anticipate.
What's been the biggest challenge with transitioning them?
Wow. All their coping mechanisms and survival skills they learned in the orphanage don't really do well here,
Like what?
Controlling the information. It's like when Eveline, especially when she first came home, she really didn't want to ever tell the truth, ever. And so it was just one of those things we've been working through, and she's shown remarkable progress in the last, after 2 years plus, in the last month or so. I mean, the light's getting a little bit brighter. She goes, "Oh, that doesn't work, but this does."
And why wouldn't she want to tell the truth?
Because that's how they survive down there. If they all fend for each other, and if one gets in trouble, they all kind of circle the wagons, so that, and learning how the kids are disciplined and everything, and I guess what they feel they have to do down there is, it wouldn't fly here at all. So teaching them that they're safe, teaching them that they're loved, teaching them that we're going to do whatever we can, sacrifice for them, doing all these things that are so counter to what they've learned their entire lives. It's been a big adjustment, and the best place, for Jean Paul, best place for him to go when he's being scolded is just to shut down. Just shut down, and nothing gets in, nothing comes out. Just shuts down. And now, he's learning that it's just correction. It's not this massive, obedience, and no, we're his parents, and we love him, and we want everything to be best for him, and here's the best way to successfully live your life. And it's all those things that just take time, a lot of time, because when you look at the number of years they're in the orphanage and they learned how to live their lives in those years, now as young teenagers, it's like, man, it's hard enough when they're yours and they're teenagers, but when they're coming from a difficult place, it's a challenge.